Hello students, welcome to our registration presentation. My name is Mrs. Gonzalez. I am one of the junior counselors with for last names A through L. Ms. Leal is also here. She is the junior counselor for last names M through Z. And we are both here to talk to you about registration. We know that we did go into the classrooms 2 weeks ago to register you guys during your U.S. history classes. However, we are aware that some of you may have missed that class. Some of you are in independent study or maybe REACH or some other program and might have missed the presentation. So we wanted to make sure we recorded this so that you have it as a reference when you start filling out your forms. Your registration form is very important for us to input what you want in regards to your classes and your schedule for next year, for senior year. So we want to make sure that we give you all the information so that you're able to fill out your form. So we'll go ahead and get started here. So we're going to cover quite a few things, and this is just information that you probably are already aware of. You've been hearing it for the past 3 years, but we want to review some important new information with you as well so that you are aware of how to choose your classes, what class options you have, etc. So we're going to talk about graduation requirements versus the A through G requirements. We're going to talk about SAT and ACT updates. We're going to cover AP, concurrent, and College Now courses that you can take both here at PV and at Hancock. We're going to cover your senior English options because you have a lot. We're going to talk about electives and new course offerings. We're going to talk about the pathways, career pathways, and then the last thing we will do is walk you through how to fill out your registration form. All right, so let's go ahead and review the graduation requirements. So for juniors, your graduation requirements have not changed. They still remain the same. You still need to complete 220 credits by June of 2022, which is June of your senior year. So as you can see there, they are broken down by subjects. So you need 3 years of history. That's your modern world, US history, and then government and econ your senior year. You need 4 years of English, 2 years of math, and you must pass Algebra 1 or 2-year Algebra C and D. 2 years of a lab science, so it's 1 year physical, 1 year life. 1 year of a visual performing arts, a CTE class, or a foreign language, so you can pick one of those categories to complete 1 year of. 75 credits of electives, 1 semester of health, and 2 years of PE. So again, this should be a review for you. Nothing has changed. You still need to complete all of those credits. Now for A through G, the A through G requirements are very similar. As you can tell, there's a few differences on there that we'll cover today. But the most important one is that you need to pass your A through G requirements with a C- or better. So for graduation purposes, a letter grade of a D is a passing grade. So you get your credits for graduation. However, for A through G, you must pass these requirements with a C- or higher. So again, you need 2 years of history, 4 years of English, those two are the same, 3 years of math, and this one's different. You have to go up to Algebra 2 to be A through G. 4 years are recommended of math. 2 years of a lab science, so a biological science and a physical science. The universities have different requirements on what they actually consider you meeting the lab science requirements. So if you're not sure, you definitely want to reach out to your counselor. 3 or 4 years of science are recommended. You also need 2 years of a foreign language, and it must be the same language. So 2 years of French or 2 years of Spanish. 3 or 4 years are also recommended. You need 1 year of a visual performing arts or a fine arts, which is art, theater, or music. So 1 year of that. And then 1 year of a college prep elective. Now your elective can be anything that you do above and beyond on the other requirements. So let's say you take an extra year of math or an extra year of science, that will actually fulfill the college prep elective requirement. Obviously you can choose any of our other electives that we offer here at PV as long as it is college prep and A through G approved. So again, C- or better are the grades that we are looking for A through G. A through G, another thing I want to make sure I emphasize is A through G is not just for university-bound students. So if you are planning to continue your education and go to college after high school, the A through G requirements are just as beneficial for any student going to any school. So we will push you, if you are A through G bound, we will push you to finish those requirements so that it benefits you when you do get to whatever next level you're aiming for. A few weeks ago, you should have received this graduation status letter in the mail with a copy of your transcript. Now, your graduation status letter is basically it's a little snapshot of where you stand in regards to your credit count. So at the very top of your letter, you would have seen a number of your current credits, and those credits are as of February 2021. So those are the credits that you ended with at your fall semester. So it doesn't count the credits that you're currently working on, okay? Right underneath that is another number, and that number is the remaining credits that you still need to graduate, okay? So as a junior, you should be right now at 150 credits. That is what's considered on track. If you are 10 credits behind, maybe even 15 credits behind, you still have time to catch up. You still have time to catch up to those credits. However, you are considered credit deficient at that time. One of these boxes at the bottom would have been checked off, whether you were on track for graduation, on track to complete graduation requirements and A through G, on track to complete graduation and close to completing A through G, and the last one is if you are credit deficient and whether or not you were at risk of being transferred to Delta. Okay. Right underneath that, there's a few boxes that you'll see. The first boxes there are your senior year courses. So myself and Ms. Liel went through every single one of your transcripts, and we actually left notes on the classes that we recommended that you take, either required you take or recommended. So this will help you in regards to filling out your registration form, because we, your counselors, told you what classes we recommend that you sign up for. So make sure that if you don't have your senior graduation status letter, that you reach out to your counselor so we can send you a copy and you can look at this for when you're filling out your form. The last boxes there are for credit recovery. So if any of you need to make up credits for graduation or for A through G purposes, then you would have been listed the classes that you need to recover. So you're either going to do them through an ITT or Plato class or summer school. Okay. For those of you that are in the migrant program, there is Cyber High as an option. So there's multiple ways that we can do that credit recovery, but those classes would have been listed there for you. All right, so talking about credit recovery. So credit recovery, we know that obviously this year has been very difficult and a lot of our students have had a few hiccups along the way. So we want to make sure that you know that there is still time. There are options for you to do credit recovery if you know you need to recover credits for graduation and or A through G. So several of you, actually a lot of you, have an ITT or Plato class that's actually now part of your schedule. So what that means is you actually get to be in a class where all you do and focus on is recovering the credits that you need. So that class is part of your schedule during the day. Okay. If you don't have an ITT or Plato class, then you're probably going to be invited to summer school. Most likely will be invited to summer school. Now, we don't have any confirmed dates of when that will happen and when that will be, but as soon as we know, you will probably receive a letter inviting you to come to summer school to do some credit recovery. The last option there is Delta High School. So if you are severely credit deficient and you won't be able to recover your credits here at PV, then you will be referred to Delta. All right, so pathways. Hopefully this is not news to you guys. As you know, we have several pathways that we offer here at PV. A lot of juniors are now coming to myself and Ms. Lial asking, I don't know what I want to do. I'm not sure what I'm interested in. I have no idea. So the pathways give you an opportunity to discover something that you might like, that you might enjoy doing, and that maybe you can pursue in the future. So we have pathways in agriculture. We have pathways in business, non-departmental, family consumer science, industrial technology, science, and visual performing arts. So the most important thing about a pathway is that you have to finish a 2-course sequence, right? So there is a concentrator course, which is that first column that you see there. So you have to take that class first, and then comes the completer course, which is the second course that are listed there in the middle column. So once you finish those 2 courses, then you complete the pathway that's listed on the third and final column. So some of you are just starting your pathway. So some of you are taking the first class, and next year should choose on your form what that second class will be. Some of you might be finishing it up right now, finishing up your pathway and enrolled in the second class as we speak. So usually it does take 2 years to complete a pathway. You take one class 1 year, one class, the completer class the next year. We do offer, however, pathways that are double period courses. So down at the bottom under science, you'll see that we offer 2 different medical classes that are 2 periods long. It's a full year course. And because it is a double period course, you finish the pathway in 1 year. So if you are, again, thinking of a pathway, you don't know which one to choose, and you want to get it done your senior year, then look for those double period pathways so you can get one done. Another one or another pathway that's going to be a new pathway and a new opportunity for you guys is our CTE Center will be opening up next year. So we will actually be able to bus our students here from PV and transfer you over to our CTE Center where you'll be able to take different classes in different areas of focus. So you'll be bused there and then bused back to PV. So one of the classes actually is the intermediate machining and forming technologies. So that class is going to be taught at the CTE Center. And if you've never heard of machining or what it is, Ms. Liel is going to show a really cool video on what to expect in a class like that.
What is machining? Machining is working with metal. It's using machines like drill presses, lathes, and mills to take precise cuts to transform metal into parts. Sometimes it means you're taking incredibly small cuts, say for a model engine or a coin. Sometimes you're hogging out material to get it out of there just as fast as you possibly can. Machining can mean small machines, small enough to fit on a bench top or in your garage at home, or it can be huge machines the size of a small house. Being a machinist can mean a lot of things. It might just be a hobby, something you do at night or on the weekends, working on parts for your car, or motorcycle, truck, or making guns, or repairing equipment for the farm. Or it may mean you run your own machine shop making parts for customers, like this prototype 12-gauge shotgun slug. Here's a great example of a job shop job. Customer sent in this model. It's a ring adapter for a military-grade night vision binocular, and we've created some tool paths. We can even simulate them to see where the tool's going to go and make sure we like that. We use a lathe to make some of our first cuts, and then we use the mill to machine the rest of the part away. In CNC, what makes this very easy and very accurate and relatively quick to make a really cool, precise aluminum machined adapter. Let's test it out. Threads on really well. Looks like it should work great. Modern CNC machines are amazing pieces of equipment. They do incredibly fast automatic tool changes. They use high pressure coolant to clear chips, and they're climate controlled inspection quality rooms with incredibly accurate coordinate measuring machines that can measure the exact dimension of parts. Advanced machine controllers mean the machines move incredibly fast. The machines can even interface with robots to automatically load and set up parts. If this is something that looks interesting to you, consider a career in machining. The cool thing about being a machinist is you can make just about anything you want, and America needs more machinists.
So very cool. Again, classes that are not necessarily offered here at PV, but you'll have the opportunity to go somewhere else to a different center where you might have interests in those types of fields or that type of career. Then that is a really very, very fun pathway for you to pursue. So again, pathways are super important. If you have not completed a pathway, definitely talk to your counselor. We will guide you in the right direction. But if you are in the process of now completing your pathway, then you are literally almost there. So we're going to go ahead and talk about now the sash, the white sash. And I'll turn it over to Ms. Liao.
So some of you have seen these white sashes at our graduation ceremonies in the last 2 or 3 years. We've highlighted 6 ways that you can earn a sash. I'm going to review those quickly. So one way is for you to complete a CTE pathway like we just spoke about, plus 2 semester college courses. Another way for you to earn a sash is just simply by completing 2 semesters of a college course. You can also earn a sash by taking 2 AP exams and earning a score of 3 or higher. For students on the A through G track, you can earn a sash by completing the A through G plus a CTE pathway, completing the A through Gs plus 1 semester of a college course, or completing the A through Gs plus earning a score of 3 or higher on just 1 AP exam. We want to give you an update on the SAT and ACT requirements. Students have started asking about taking these exams. And for your graduating class, these exams have been exempt. So the Cal States and the UCs are no longer requiring that you take these exams for admissions. You may still sign up if you would like to, especially if you're going to apply to a private university or out-of-state school. They may require that you still take the SAT or ACT. So here are the links to those websites if you would like to sign up for those exams. We also suggest you contact your counselor because you may be eligible for a fee waiver. So there is a fee for each exam, but again, if you contact your counselor, we'll see if we can get you a fee waiver. We want to review opportunities for advanced courses your senior year. We still have AP classes. These AP classes are college level work. They do give you an extra point on your GPA. However, you only earn the college credit if you pass the AP exam in the spring. You must pass it with a score of 3 or higher. We have our Hancock concurrent enrollment courses. Every year we offer more and more of these classes on our campus. These are college courses taught on our campus by our teachers. So you're actually enrolled in a Hancock class. You earn the college credit as long as you pass the class, and you also get that extra point on your GPA. And then College Now, this is the program through Hancock that allows high school students to take college classes at Hancock with their teachers. You do need a 2.5 GPA. As long as you pass the class, you earn the college credit. And you also get the extra points on your GPA if you have Hancock transfer those credits to Pioneer. For your English option senior years, you have 7 classes to choose from. So these top 5 are your A through G approved courses. You have AP English, British Lit, Expository Reading and Writing, Classic Fiction and Film, and Ethnic and Social Justice, Mexican American Literature. The ESJ Mexican American Literature is not NCAA approved. So if you plan to play competitive sports in college, you will need to make sure that the courses you request are NCAA approved. So this ESJ Mexican American Literature is not. Down here, we have non-college prep options for senior English. You can take communication technology or practical English. So these courses are really for students who are not on A through G track or maybe have struggled with English and just want to take an easier English option, maybe continue to build their English skills their senior year. If you're an ELD student, you will be assigned your course according to placement, grades, and teacher recommendation. Okay, senior year math. If you have completed your Algebra 1 requirement plus 20 credits of math, and you're only working toward graduation requirements, you do not need to take any more math. However, you can continue, and we encourage you to if you would like to. So after completing Algebra 1, you would have the option of taking Algebra Bridge, Geometry, or Quantitative Reasoning math. If you've completed the university requirements for math, after Algebra 2, your options would be to take Quantitative Reasoning math, Math Analysis, or AP Stats. If you're currently in Math Analysis, the next course you would take is AP Calc, or you can choose to take AP Statistics. Science your senior year is optional. If you've completed your graduation requirements, 1 physical science and 1 life science, and you've completed the university requirements, you no longer need to take science. However, keep in mind the universities do recommend that you take an extra year of science. And depending on what career path you're interested in pursuing, we have a variety of options. Government and Econ are required courses your senior year, and you have 4 different options of government and econ combinations that you can take. So your first option would be to take college prep government, and that's paired up with college prep econ. Your second choice would be to take ethnic and social justice government, paired up with college prep econ. Allen Hancock Political Science, this is a concurrent enrollment course, and that's paired up with AP Econ. Or Allen Hancock Ag Econ, this is a concurrent enrollment course, and that's paired up with College Prep Ag Government. For your electives, you will need to choose 6 electives, and keep in mind these things. Pay attention to prerequisites. Make sure that you've completed or will complete your pathway. Complete any college prep electives. Make sure the courses are NCAA approved if you're going to play competitive sports. If you need to complete any graduation requirements, maybe you need to complete credits for PE or the health requirements, you will list those here in electives. You may also select to be a TA, a student clerk, or a lab tech, and you would list that in electives as well. If you are on track to graduate your senior year, you can select an early out or late start. Late start or early out. However, this depends on the classes that you requested, and it's pending your graduation status. So as long as you stay on track, if you currently have 150 credits or more, you may request to take a late start or an early out. So this is the class of 2022 Canvas page. It's where you will go to find all the registration information and documents you need. When you click on the registration button, this is what you will see. And right here in green, you will click here to find the registration form. Underneath, you'll find some of the documents that we reviewed in these slides. This is what your registration form will look like. And your registration forms are due this Friday, March 26th. We will have office hours on Thursday at 1, from 1 to 2. You can join our Zoom link and we can answer any questions you have or assist you with completing your form. I'm now going to walk you through the registration form. So you'll need to enter your last name, first name, your student ID, cell phone number. Let us know what your plans are after high school and if there's a certain career path that you're interested in. If you're a student athlete and plan to play competitive sports. We have a small description of the English options. And then you will select the English course. You will select a math course if you will be taking one. You will select your government econ option. You will select a science course if you plan to take one. Your foreign language if you plan to take one. And then you will type in your electives. So again, this is the Canvas page where you will find all the registration form, and then any documents that you need. So we have the course catalog, the course descriptions, your electives options, and CTE pathways. So I think that's it. Did you want to add anything, Ms. Gonzalez?
Nope, that's it. If you guys have any specific questions, make sure you reach out to us or come to our office hours on Thursday. Remember, your deadline is on Friday. So we will see you soon.